Welcome back to Bones Backyard Homestead. On this episode, we're going to do something I've always wanted to do, and that's cook a peach cobbler in a Dutch oven on the campfire. Yes, I went out and bought a Dutch oven just for this recipe. I'm sure I'll use it for others, but this one, top notch. I wanted to do it, and this is where we're going to do that, guys. Alright, first things first, we need 7 large peaches. I have 8. We need to cut them up. Let's get at that. Alright, so after you remove the pits out of the peaches, just cut them in quarters, throw them in a jar or into a bowl. We're going to do some marinating with it, so we're going to get this started now so it can marinate for a little bit. Now that we cut the peaches, pitted them, cut them in quarters, we need to get this marinated started. For the marinade, what we need is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Tablespoons? Wow, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That's a lot of lemon juice. It's a marinade. So, alright, 2 tablespoons. Half cup of sugar. There's our half cup of sugar. And then we need some cornstarch. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now, we're going to have to clean off that lemon juice on there so we get an accurate measurement. Two tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix this and just let it marinate for a little bit. Just because we're out here, I'm going to cover this up so some bugs don't get into it. Okay, because this is a Dutch oven recipe, you cook this with coals. You have to get some coals started and kind of grayed out or white it out before we can even start cooking. So the recipe I'm following says 22 briskets total. So let's get those. It says to put them in a chimney and start them in a chimney, but I don't have a chimney. So we're just going to get them in a pile, get them on the fire, and get them going. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get started with the top, the crumble, whatever you want to call it. So we are going to start with half a cup of some old-fashioned Quaker oats. Half cup of sliced almonds. So if you have a nut allergy, you could skip this part. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Alright, so I grabbed the wrong thing. I'm supposed to have 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. So, if this comes out horribly wrong, I'll know why. If it comes out amazing, I'll still know why. Alrighty. Whew. Yeah, it puts a different smell in the air. 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. I don't think I grabbed my ginger either. Where's the rest of my ingredients? Okay, so I'm just stuck with what I have then. 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I actually make an 1/8 teaspoon of something? Jesus. Okay, where's my salt? Okay. And then 1/3 cup of butter. Now you'll see it calls for cold butter. However, you're going to see here in a minute that having it slightly pliable is going to be a good thing. Okay. Hopefully that's the full 1/3 cup. Okay. That's going to be cleaned. Now, you are to mix all of this together, and making sure that butter gets into everything. The recipe I'm following says to make sure you actually use your hands. So what I'm going to do first is get it worked in with the fork. You're supposed to go in there and pinch the butter. Basically, you want it to clump all together. Instead of using my fingers, I'm using the side of the bowl to pinch it. And that's what we're looking for. Alright, so now we're at our Dutch oven. What we're going to do, now that these peaches have been marinating for a little while, we're going to pour them all in there. Even the juice, everything. Just every single thing in there. Spread them across the bottom, nice and even, best you can. Okay. And then we're going to take the crumble and just kind of cover it up. Sprinkle it in there. Try to get good disbursement. It's obviously not going to cover the whole entire fruit, but when people are coming in here and grabbing a scoop, you want them to have a little bit of everything, right? Okay, so now we're just going to cover this up. And we're still waiting on our charcoal to white out. Alright, so I just moved the Dutch oven over to the fire. What we did was we left 8 of the charcoal briskets underneath. But the stones are there just to hold it up a little bit. The rest of the briskets, which ends up being like 14 of them, are going to be on the top. This is going to cook like this for about 45 minutes, and then we'll brush everything off the top, open up the top. Hopefully everything is boiling and cooking on the inside. If it is and it's good, then after we push it off, we'll leave the lid off for about 10 minutes. So I'll bring you guys back when we do that. Alright guys, so it's been 45 minutes. I just dusted off the coals on the Dutch oven. Let's see how this peach cobbler is coming out so far. Beautiful, that's what we want. Now what we're going to do is leave that lid off for about 10 minutes and let this harden up a little bit more. I want to take a whiff of this. Oh yeah, that smells so good. Alright guys, I'll bring you back in about 10 minutes. Alright, so that's the finished product there. I'm going to try to grab a little piece over here. Oof. Like a mosquito in my face. So this is still extremely hot. However, it's amazing. It's still extremely hot, but it still tastes amazing. So I'm gonna let this cool a little bit longer before I attempt to eat any more, and then I'm going to serve it up. And this one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Once it's all, I pretty much have to use it all before I can clean it. With these Dutch ovens, this is more of like an enamel style, so I'm hoping that means it's going to be a lot easier to clean. And I really don't know about the seasoning on these, so if anybody knows, leave a comment down below, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Bones Backyard Homestead Cast Iron Edition. Thanks for watching.